This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.
Menopausal and perimenopausal women, listen up. It's time to take control of your health and comfort, and Winona is here to help. Winona is a telemedicine company for menopause care who believes that your symptoms are real, important, and deserve to be taken seriously. And for many women, this starts with hormone replacement therapy. Winona's HRT is made with plant-based, bioidentical hormones rather than synthetic ones, so it better aligns with your body to offer relief from hot flashes, weight gain, and other uncomfortable symptoms. 80% of women who use Winona find relief within just 90 days. So, what are you waiting for? Get started today. Visit buywinona.com today to start your free visit. With free shipping and the ability to pause or cancel at any time, your path to wellness has zero obligations. Use code SPRING24 at buywinona.com for 25% off your first treatment plan. That's BYWINONA.com for 25% off. Winona. Menopause care made easy. Summer is the season of hot temperatures, outdoor adventures, and refreshing water activities. Summer is also the season of rough on your feet, causing dry, cracked heels and toes. Introducing Babyfoot, the original exfoliation foot peel that contains 16 natural extracts formulated to remove dead skin cells in 3 easy steps. Apply the booties, relax for an hour, then wash your feet. In 14 days, you've got baby smooth skin and your feet have never been softer. Letting dead skin cells build up over time is hazardous to your foot health. Our professional-grade DIY products, like our original exfoliation foot peel, our men's foot peel, or our moisturizing mask, are some of the best foot care products on the market, created with your foot health in mind. Pamper yourself with a spa day from the comfort and convenience of your own home with Babyfoot. If you want a chemical-free, easy-to-use exfoliating process from the company that created the original foot peel, it's time to treat yourself to Babyfoot. Go to babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24 and get 20% off your first order with Babyfoot. That's babyfoot.com and use the code SUMMERFEET24.
Hello and welcome to Too Stupid to Live, a podcast that reviews romance novels $5 and under. I'm your host, Becky Feldman, and today's episode is going to make you shiver all over. Not just from horniness, but from ice. Everyone, TSTL is headed to the famous ice planet to review the one, the only Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon, which is currently $2.99. And yes, it is about time we review this book because, look, I think about this book all of the time. I bring this book up in conversation with anybody, at least like once a day. It has taken the world, nay, the universe, by storm. And I am so excited I can finally have an in-depth conversation about how in-depth an alien dick goes inside a eager woman's vagina. I'm sorry, that was very sophomoric of me, and obviously you all know me as being unsophomoric. Anyway, okay. Before we get into that, I want to point out something that's very important. Summer is upon us. And depending on where you live, it's probably been upon you for a while due to climate change. But listen, I'm not here to bum you out. I just, I'm into science, but I don't want to bum you out. What I do want to do is talk about a very exciting, hot, and scorching new rom-com anthology that's coming out, Summer in the City. It features novellas from some amazing writers that you love, Lori Wilde, Priscilla Oliveras, and Sarah Skilton. So all of the novellas are connected, and it's about a group of women who go to New York City for a girls' weekend, but a blackout happens, there's no power in Manhattan. But these ladies aren't just like sitting around in the dark, regretting that they should have bought a flashlight. No. each one of these friends will have their happily ever after in the sexiest, most adorable, and funny of ways. This anthology sounds so cute. Like, I love connected stories from different authors. It's just like, it's teamwork, it's friends, and I don't know, it just makes me feel so good inside. And I know that this anthology will make you feel so good inside. It will excite you, and you can find more information about it at tstlpodcast.com. So my guest today is a return guest, comedian, writer, and director, Aysha Wax. And you are in for a treat because she is actually into alien erotica. So it made dissecting this book like so much fun, so insightful. So please enjoy this review of Planet Barbarians. Well, listen, Aysha, welcome back to Too Stupid to Live.
I'm so excited to be here.
I feel like last book we read, I'm just going to say it off the bat. I'm going to point out the elephant in the room. Last book the book you read to come on the show had no sex in it.
Yes.
And I left you with blue balls. I did.
Yes. But you made up for it with this book.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I thought, like, I need to give her something that really just delves into a sci-fi sexcapade that is this book. So, okay. Thank you for returning. I just have to say, I hope you enjoyed this book.
It was pretty fun. I did feel like it could make a good movie.
Right? It can make a good series because we're already talking about the book. I didn't even introduce it, but we can make a good series because there's like so many other books in the series.
Oh, there are? Okay.
Oh my God. Yeah, and they're all amazing. Okay. Well, other than talking about the book, how have you been since you were last on the show? I feel like it's been a while. How has your life improved for the better since?
I'm engaged, which is nice, and I'm getting married next year.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
It's because of the show. It's because of the show.
It's because of the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. I don't remember when I was last on. It was before pandemic.
It was, yeah.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Time is like so elusive. Like right now I keep thinking about stuff that happened last summer, but it didn't happen last summer. It happened 2 years ago.
Same. Yes, absolutely. Because I feel like you were at my place a year ago doing like a summer podcast. It was 2 years ago or something, almost.
Right. It's just insanity. So I'm good. I got 2 cats during pandemic. Highly recommend.
That's so sweet.
They're very cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just watching a lot of TV. I've tried to take up hobbies, sometimes successfully. Like I bought a whole candle making kit at the beginning of pandemic and I made some candles. And then I realized that candle making is really not my jam. It's pretty boring.
Is it the thing where you have, because like one time like in 3rd grade, we went on like a field trip to learn how to be like pioneers or whatever, and you like dip the thing again and again.
So it's not candle dipping. I was just at a barbecue and people were like, oh, were you I was like, no. This is just like, so you heat up, it's like a double boiler where you like heat up the wax and then it heats to the right temperature and then you wait for it to cool to a temperature and then you pour it in a jar. That's literally all it is. And like, it's fine.
If you want a review of candle making, everyone, it's fine.
It's fine. It's there. I just like a couple months ago, I was like, I'm never gonna do this again. So
right.
So I've stopped with the candle making.
Listen, I admire your willingness to try something new.
Thank you.
Yeah, which I think that actually segues into this book in a way, because our characters try something new in terms of having sex with aliens. Okay, so I'm going to read a quick synopsis, and by quick, I mean it's a little long, because I had fun with it. Okay, so guys, after me mentioning this book on this show again and again and again, and thinking about this book literally every day of my life, Too Stupid to Live is finally reviewing Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon, and it is currently $2.99. So here's a synopsis. 22-year-old Georgie went from being captured by evil aliens to having a sexy, blue-horned alien hottie capture her heart. When a group of young women are kidnapped by evil aliens, the women refuse to give in to their captors. But when they get marooned on an ice planet, the fight for survival continues. The headstrong Georgie takes charge and looks for anything that can help. But what she didn't expect to find was Vectel, the strong and gentle alien who knows that Georgie could just be his life mate. So he helps Georgie, enamored by her resolve. And soon we learn that the term barbarian may mean one thing on Earth. But on this ice planet, it means one who loves fiercely.
I have to say your synopsis was wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow. Yeah, I like this. This starts off with a bang, this book.
Yes. I want to ask you, because the premise of this book is wild, and it involves interspecies sex and mating and love. So when you first saw this book, pre-read, like, what did you think?
I didn't know. I assumed I knew it was sci-fi related and that there would be aliens. I hoped that the aliens would be attractive. And in the first part, I was like, oh no, they are going to be really unattractive. But I feel like the blue alien men really delivered. I don't remember their species name.
I just call them barbarians. There's something.
Good.
They're a name, but I forget because I'm just like, they're the Ice Planet Barbarians. The dudes.
Yeah. They're just hot guys with like a rabbit cock and like and like ridges for her pleasure.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to describe? Because so basically we have this premise. We have like bunch of ladies, they're captured from Earth. They mention that they don't really have a lot of relations on Earth, which makes them easily disposable. That's it. So just kind of, adds up in the end, I suppose. They get captured, and they like try to make they try to like get off the spaceship, and their like cargo bay crashes on an ice planet, and they're abandoned. And we have Georgie, and they think they're in Canada at first. She's like, I'm gonna look around, and soon she has the craziest, wildest meet cute with the Ice Planet Barbarian known as Vectel. Okay, so do you want to describe Vectel, and then we need to talk about their first introduction?
I mean, it's their first introduction is kind of assault.
I know. There was so much more assault and like sex trafficking in the first half of this book that I was not prepared for. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I would describe him. He's 7 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
He is blue. He has these like ridges on like different parts of his body, including his penis.
Mm-hmm.
He has horns. I imagine like the Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
They like come from his mouth, I think, or are they from the nose?
I picture them like from the head.
Oh, you might be right.
But it's weird because on the cover of the book, there's no horns on the man or the Vectel guy.
Yes.
So it's confusing.
Yeah, and they're all blue, and they have blue eyes without pupils. I don't know how that works on a science level because your pupils are what are helping you see, but I'm not going to think about it.
Yeah, and it's something we can discuss because this is called Too Pupil to Live, and
oh my God, stop.
So, yes. So we should talk about the first meet because it is assault, but is it in terms of this book? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He discovers Georgie. She's like about to like be passed out, and So they have this thing on this planet, and it's called like a resonance.
Yes.
And you have like okay, am I saying this right? Like you have a QE?
I think, or I wasn't sure how to say it. I'm gonna go with your QE. Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
right.
All right.
Which is a parasite.
Mm-hmm. It's a parasite that exists inside you in order to survive on this planet. Because we later learned that the ice planet barbarians, they are not native to this planet either, but discovered that you need a QE to survive.
Yes. And then
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and the QE, like when you achieve resonance, which is like being in love or lust, it's unclear. Your chest purrs.
Yes.
Science.
It's science. The science is accurate. I think the science is really accurate in this book as a scientist.
Yes. And then he sees Georgie and he can't help himself because his QE is like, this is your love, and he goes down on her while she is passed out.
It is crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, this is assault. But she's into it.
I know. That's how I feel. I'm like, I feel like people were amazed by this intro because it was like, here is a guy or ice planet barbarian who's like never seen a clit before. They refer to it as a third nipple.
Oh, yeah, I died multiple times throughout this book. They call it a third nipple.
And the way they talk is like, by human, they have a weird third nipple between their legs. What do you mean, Vector? Their skin is soft and they have no horns, but they have a third nipple.
It's nuts. I also like, later they do describe him as 7 feet tall, and I don't know how they have sex. Like, the proportions do seem really off.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be like lying down or being lifted up on like a pulley.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
And I mean, you gotta be like, also just on like a side, like I imagine this dick is like so large, and you just have to be like, they're pouring juices out of yourself to like make this work.
Yeah, especially like they describe their skin as being like hard, like not like we have soft skin compared to these aliens. So like it's kind of like, it is like sticking, like when you have sex, it's like sticking a hard, rigid rabbit inside of you.
Yeah.
And you gotta be like really, really moist to like.
Yeah. Well, that's why I guess their meet cute happens. And, you know, he's like, I gotta get her so moist and assault her in a way that she has not consented to.
Yes. It made me so uncomfortable, but for some reason it didn't ruin the book for me. How do you feel about that? How did it like affect you?
I felt the same way. I felt like a lot of the rape and the assault at the beginning, I did not like or care for. I didn't like aliens that had basketballs as heads. It was not good for me to picture. I had a struggle on the imagination train.
Sure.
And I also was like, I don't like to think about aliens as little green men. So I was like, I can't believe that we're like doing this cliche. But, you know, then I do feel like their sex after the first time was very consensual, very erotic. I was very on board for it. Yeah. So it didn't ruin it for me.
I agree. Yeah. I like upon rereading this book, and there is like a rape scene, you know, in the beginning, even like the caveman quality of the barbarians is like kind of, by kind of I mean very intimidating, and like there is like a quality to it, but like I don't know what it is, but I feel like tonally, because like the narrator is so like light and like everyone's kind of joking around, like it kind of like makes that kind of stuff go down easy, I think. Am I making sense right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I totally get what you're saying. I think that's totally true. Like, she made a lot of pop culture references, talks about Star Wars a lot. I think that she's very into this guy. So I was very on board. I did wish we had gotten some backstory about her, or like, I know, any of the other women. I mean, we kind of did, but it was like very perfunctory. And I was like, she is not as freaked out as I would be, that I would never see anybody I knew ever again.
I know. And I was like thinking like, okay, if I was writing this book and it's like such a wild premise and you're like trying to put together the pieces and thinking of the backstory, like, yeah, like if she said anything about like a grandma she doesn't talk to, or like an estranged brother or anyone, you know, like in the back of my mind, I'd be like, oh, she can't stay. 'Cause obviously guys that, you know, happily ever after, they stay on the planet. You know what I mean? And I feel like if I knew that she had any sort of attachment on planet Earth, I wouldn't be able to like live with the book. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. I think I could have still lived with it because it would have made her decision more meaningful.
True. Yeah.
Because you're like, well, why don't you want to stay? Also, I don't know how you would ever get back to Earth. So, yeah, I just wanted to know something about her. Like, we know she's 22. We know she's probably hot.
She works in a bank.
Oh, I missed that. I missed that she works in a bank.
I think she works in a bank, and she wears shorty pajamas. That's literally all we know.
And she has seen Star Wars because she mentioned Star Wars.
Yes. It's very funny because I feel like the author was like, okay, I'm just going to call this planet not Hoth. And it's just like, she full on brings, like, I feel like it's almost like when our narrator is just like, yeah, this represents the Hoth, and this reminded me of when Luke Skywalker, you know, did this and that. And it was just like the author being like, yeah, I know this is like Star Wars, I'm just going to keep going. And I was like, I have much appreciation for that.
Yeah, I liked it. I was like, I'm down for more of this weird pop culture reference in an erotic novel. Take me with you. Tell me what, you know, you watch. I would have liked if she was like, I spend most nights alone watching TV. I'd be like, relatable. You know, that's why you want to leave your life before to be behind, to have this adventure with this guy and his crazy penis.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, you know how in Beauty and the Beast, you know, she has the song of like, I want adventure in the blah, blah. You know what I mean? And it's like, if Georgie had an I want moment of like, I don't want to be on Earth, I want whatever, that would have been helpful for sure.
Yes. I was convinced they were already impregnated when they were on that ship.
Oh, like magical, like
I don't even know, because they were like, they removed that one girl's pregnancy, and I was like, oh, she got an abortion on this, which was weird.
And then they like shot her, or like they opened the airlock, or did they open the airlock? I think it was mentioned, but like it wasn't a scene, but it was like mentioned where they like shoved a lady out or something.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal to start out.
Yeah.
I could have used some, like, I'm in my apartment, my life is so boring. I work at a bank. I just want something to happen. Now I'm on this spaceship. That's my note to the author.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it is like, you know, in the other books like that, I've started the second book listening to it, and even with that character, like, there isn't much. It's kind of the same thing of like, I am a hot woman, I didn't really have anything much going on Earth, no mention of any sort of friendships or family. It's just, here's this hot alien, I'm horny for him, everything's going to work out in the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, here is a big quibble I had. I wish that they had like given her that translator like the minute she got on the planet.
I know. I totally hear you because like so one of the captees, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Like the mean aliens give her like a translator, like a universal translator that like all space shows have. And she's like the one who like translates what the aliens are saying to the humans, but she's not our main character. Our main character for a large portion of the book is interacting with Vectel, and they do not speak the same language. But eventually they find the spaceship, a different spaceship that like is ancient, and they think it's like the barbarians think it's like an ancient whatever, but she like gets like implanted with a translation like laser app. Yeah, she gets an app implanted in her. She downloads an app. But yeah, because I did think like as like it was really interesting to like watch them try and communicate.
Yes.
But it got old after a while for sure, and I was glad when she got the app.
Well, it was annoying too because like whenever he was talking, like it's unclear what he was saying, but whenever he was like talking to her and you could see her translation, it was always like English with like 4 or 5 letters off, and you're like, oh, okay, I have to do some brain power on this, but I don't care.
You really did. Yeah. And it's like, here's the thing. It's clever, but there were some that I was just like, I had to stop and like literally say it aloud. There was like one that I didn't even get. And like, I'm just like, no, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It does like interrupt the flow. But I guess like, for people who are smarter than me probably are like, it was fine.
I just was like, get her that universal translator on the ship. She can talk to this guy, or like have it be like they meet, they have a day together, and then she gets it. But it was like they've been together for like 2 weeks at this point, like miming at each other. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm ready for them to be able to talk to each other.
Yeah, I totally hear you. I understand the idea it gets old. I was actually very intrigued by it in the beginning, though, of just like watching them get past these hurdles. Like, because I was thinking, like, what would I do if I was in this situation? Would I be able to survive? What would you do? I mean, like, if I'm Georgie and I'm like trying to communicate with Vectel, like, I would give up halfway through. I'd just be like, never mind, I'm gonna find someone else. Because I'm an asshole, But she sticks through it. She perseveres, and together they find a way to communicate with each other, and like that's what love is,
It's beautiful. It's really a love story. Yeah, I don't know what I would do in that situation. My God, she like has a will to survive. Like I do. If we had known a little bit more about her as a protagonist, she's very exciting. She's like, she tricks him into going up this mountain so she can find her friends. Like she's on it. I don't know what I would do in that situation. I want to, and especially meeting someone who's just gone down on me. I mean, it's a conundrum. I think I want to believe I'm like Georgie, but I don't know. It's been so long since I've had to survive in any cold environment.
You mean just like being on the East Coast? Because I get it.
Yeah. Or like being outside for long periods of time without a sweater.
Oh, I know. Do you hate being cold?
Yeah.
Me too. I think it's the worst feeling.
Yeah, I'm cold a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's the worst. So it sounds like when she gets her parasite, it's fun to be cold because you're not as cold anymore.
Yeah, because your DNA like changes and you can like accept the world or whatever.
Yeah. I think it would be really hard. This is what I was thinking about. It would be really hard on a technological level to like go from having phones and computers and books to having nothing.
Yes. Because these barbarians are really like cavemen.
Yeah, they're really like dumb in a certain, like, sure, they know how to pleasure a woman, but when it comes to like, and I guess this is, sorry, dumb maybe is the wrong word and pejorative. They have a different kind of intelligence.
They would be, I don't, in Earth terms, they
Yes.
would be considered primitive.
Yes. It reminds
think.
me of, there's this like, hold on, I wrote this down. There's like a term that they use for a lot of women in sci-fi books. It's called born yesterday principle, like in the Fifth Element. What's her name?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah,
Leela.
yeah.
She's like born, yes, like she's so innocent and she's like fresh as a dove. And I feel like Vectal and his ilk are kind of like that too. Like they represent like innocence and sweetness, and like they've never hurt anyone except for their mate. Yeah. Like for their mate, not to hurt their mate, but like to help their mate.
Yeah. And you actually like raise this interesting point, because like when I was rereading it, I kept thinking about this moment again and again that I kind of missed the first time I read it. Was, you know, he's done eating her pussy, and you know, like they're just like, you know, trying to communicate and survive and get to the mountain, and he reaches for her and she kind of like lurches back, like, you know, like very instinctually, you know, like that. And like if a stranger would reach for you, yes, you would like kind of like distance yourself and jump back. You know, it's a fight or flight mode, like you want to be protective. And he gets so confused, and he has this one line of, someone must have hurt Georgie. And that to me was like so mind-blowing, because like, oh, the society of Ice Planet Barbarians is very much, dare I say, not patriarchal.
Yes, I think that's true. I think that, well, okay, they're living on this ice planet. They've been there ostensibly for hundreds of years. There's no like cities, it sounds like. Maybe there are, but there aren't like there aren't enough women, so women are very prized.
Yeah.
So there isn't that kind, nobody's getting assaulted except for at the beginning of the book.
Which is so, I don't even know. Yeah.
I feel like too, here's the thing, and I think it's like a mores thing, because like social mores are changing, and like I feel like it's a kind of thing where in theory, like 10 or 15 years ago, somebody would be like, oh, that's like, what a sexy way to wake up your partner, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like, you know, give this author the benefit of the doubt on this one.
Mm-hmm.
But today, that's definitely sexual assault. She's asleep. She could not say yes.
Yes, I agree. Like, even if like what you were saying of like the idea of like the erotic nature of like waking up to your partner going down on you, or waking up to your partner like getting started, even when I read it in a book and it's like a committed couple, we know they love each other, they have hot sex, it still to me bothers me, because there's a lack of consent there, even if it is like with two people who love each other.
I mean, I would be freaked out if my fiance was like, hey baby. But I mean, I think I would laugh if he said hey baby first, but
right.
It would feel like a big violation, even from someone that you knew, and she doesn't know this guy.
Yes. Yeah. And like, luckily, the way the author writes it is just like, she's like, whoa, continue. Yeah. And doesn't really use the assault word. But it's still something that, like, again, I read this book 2 years ago and it still like stays in my mind because I think about it all the time.
Yeah, I do feel like this happens. So I sometimes read alien erotica, so I was not opposed to this, but I do feel like this is something that happens in like alien erotica sometimes, where it's like you're captured and you can't, there's like a lot of like non-consent stuff within the alien universe. I'm not that's not my jam. But I think that people who like sci-fi alien stuff are like, ooh, I really like somebody being tied down and not consenting.
Right. Yeah.
Which, like, you know, reading about it, imagining, cool.
No shame. Yeah, no shame. Yeah.
and like in a safe way in a relationship, cool. In real life, not cool.
Yeah, like I feel like this is a book, like if there was someone who was like, how do I win over a woman? Like, don't read this book. You know what I
No.
mean?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I would agree to that. I feel like
Mhm.
I would say like if you skip over their meet cute, it is nice that he goes down on her so much.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm. And
but
I
yeah.
mean, yeah. What is like so when you like what's a typical like alien erotica story that you've read that you're like, this is my jam? Like I like this, like what is it about alien erotica that you're like,
I think I
uh
like weird
yeah.
sci-fi stuff sometimes. And
Uh-huh.
I did tell my fiance recently, like some of the tentacle stuff gets me, even though it's so gross. Like I don't like really gross stuff, but I like uh I think I like, ooh, you're on a distant planet, like you don't know what's gonna happen, and then you find yourself with like a hot alien. It's
Mhm.
like maybe this is so my favorite movie is Beauty and the Beast, and like
Sure.
maybe it is similar where you're like, ooh, he's like rugged and a barbarian and an animal. And yeah, but it's weird. I won't
I
pretend
don't
it's
think it's
not
weird. Well, I think it's like a common thing. I think it is a common fantasy. And like,
for sure.
yeah. And I also like when I first started reading erotica, like looking it up when I was like in college, I stumbled upon Tarzan erotica.
Oh my God, I love Tarzan erotica.
Nice.
I love
Nice.
Tarzan and I was in love with Brendan Fraser. He like that was my sexual awakening when I saw
Sure.
George of the Jungle.
Mm-hmm.
So like that is what I used to fantasize about as a child. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not in a I know I said as a child, which is like instantly gross, but like
No, but we know what you mean. Yeah.
as a teen, I really
Mm-hmm.
like the Tarzan stuff. So I feel like I like the idea of being rescued and like I don't really want this in my real life, but
No, of course not. Like I think what's like appealing about Tarzan and like these guys is that like they are not influenced by any of the bad parts of like humanity. You know, like Tarzan's been living out
yes.
in the woods since whatever, and this guy's on a different planet. Like they don't know corporate greed. Like they don't know like body politics. Like they don't understand like what war, well I could be wrong, but like you know like what like militarized like warfare is. So it is like kind of like the Born Yesterday thing of like you're with someone who is like way separated from the culture, but then at the same time I would never want that in real life because it's like I'm not gonna live in a tree.
No, no, a nightmare. But yeah, it is like they're innocent and like nice, and they always really respect women. I mean, the
Mhm.
aliens don't always, but like the Tarzan situation for sure does.
Yeah, for sure. um
Um, yeah.
yeah, I feel like, what did you think about the just general respect of the Ice Planet Barbarians had for women? I mean, I know it's just Vectol, so I guess from coming from like his perspective, like how did you feel about the way he like viewed Georgie, even though it was like very primitive and he's like my mate, blah, 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 you know?
I liked it. I think it was, I hate, I mean, I feel like this is a trope about like the protective thing.
Hmm.
It's like the 50 Shades, like you can't have friends or like go anywhere because everybody's gonna try to murder you.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I don't, yeah, I thought that was fine. I think that like the protectiveness thing I kind of don't love.
Hmm.
But in general, like I felt like this was a fun read.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
it kept me going. And I thought
Hmm.
the sex scenes were hot.
Great. I'm so
Yeah.
glad. I was so worried because I knew you like sci-fi, but I was like, is the extent of this sci-fi? Will she read Ice Planet Barbarians? And I was like, oh my God, what if she's just like, Becky, what the fuck is wrong with you?
No, I liked it. I was like, I'm on board. I like the weird ridges on his body.
Mm-hmm.
I like that he's blue. I like
Mm-hmm.
that he looked like the Beast, maybe from Beauty and the Beast. Unclear where his horns are.
It could be
Um,
wherever you want him to be. That's the beauty of this whole thing.
It's like a really choose your own adventure for the horns.
It really is. Yeah.
I just don't know. Like, I'm coming back to this, but I don't know how they have sex because I do think his dick is probably too big for her. But like, I guess that's like a part of these stories where like magically these women can have sex with these monsters that have giant penises.
Yeah. I just like, that's the one thing that I have to suspend my belief the most. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's like, okay, fine. They live on like a planet that is undiscovered. They're aliens. There's other aliens. There's a whole world multiverse out there. But dick size, inside of like a tight pussy, like that I need to be like, okay, I need to adjust like the physics here where his dick is a normal size and she is enjoying it.
You're right. I kind of do that in my head too.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise it's just like, she's got to be in so much pain.
Oh yeah, she'll be like ripped in half. And it's like, especially for me, coming from someone who like has pelvic pain, like I definitely cannot like think about it while I'm reading like erotica or even reading this. I'm just like, it's pleasurable, it's pleasurable, it's pleasurable. Even though like sometimes when I'm watching, like when I have watched porn, I'd just be like, how is she not dead? Like, how is this woman not dead?
I feel that way about a lot of porn too, because it's so fast and it's just like so much going so hard.
Yeah.
And it's hard to watch because you're just worried for the person.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, and maybe this goes to being a romance reader and erotic I just want to watch people in love,
Yeah. I want all that build up. Like, I want them to have a good sex time, obviously. The good sex time.
We want a good sex time. Yeah.
But I don't need it to be as visceral. And for it to be pain, I don't want it to be painful.
No,
for
of
anybody.
Course not. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I like want, because it's more than just like the physical stuff. It's like with this, like I feel like sex in this world is so like spiritual. Like it's like you have your cooey and your resonance or whatever. And it's not just like, cool, we got our rocks off. It's like we just had a spiritual, like sex is sacred more so on this planet than maybe other ones that I've been to.
Yes. I have a question for you. Would you take on this parasite if you know you're going to find like your true love?
Oh my God. First, let me just say, I had that question in mind to ask you that.
Amazing.
So it's a good, like, would I take this cooey? If I was going to find my true love, I feel like also there's the thing of this, it's also a survival thing. Like, if you don't take the cooey, you will die in 8 days. And, but you can hope for, someone to rescue you and take you back to Earth. I feel like at this point,
but let's put it like you're on Earth. Okay. And like you're gonna it's not about survival anymore. It's just about finding like your perfect love, but you have to have this parasite.
But the parasite is like, it's fine, right? Like it's not like I'm not gonna like throw up for the rest of my life.
No, you're just gonna purr when you're around your love. So this is like a complicated situation.
I feel like I would take it.
Yeah.
I think I would. Yeah. Would you take it?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like on the planet and here. On any planet. I mean,
yeah.
For survival and for like finding like a new cool partner.
Absolutely. Because there's something like cool about like dating's hard, guys.
Yeah.
And to just be like, oh, look, my cooey's purring. It's you. Let's go have fun. That sounds delightful.
Right? Takes all the guesswork out. It's like an internal matchmaker.
Yeah, but it's not like, someone who's like, I know someone perfect for you. And then it's like you meet up with like a total.
Has that happened to you? Have you been set up on dates before?
No, I haven't. I have been like, it's like weird setups where it's like, I'm inviting this person to our party, and it's
Oh
like,
no.
oh no. And then they kind of don't tell me, but they tell the other person. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you're kind of like blindsided a little bit of like, I just thought I was gonna go to brunch, but now I'm like, oh whoa.
Oh, that's so rough.
It's rough, yeah. I'm gonna sound really, really cynical right now, but like sometimes like I have this like self-consciousness that when people try to set me up with someone, it's because they feel bad for me. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Isn't that
I get what-
terrible?
No, I don't think that's terrible. I think that totally makes sense. I think that like when you're in a relationship, you're like, I want everybody else to be happy and in love. So like I'm going to try to set them up. But I feel like a lot of times people don't actually think about what the people they're setting up want
That's what I figured.
and like who would be a good match for him. I also feel like here's the thing is that like I'm not friends with a ton of guys. So like if I am and they're single and they're comedian guys, like I'm not going to set you up with them because they're a mess.
Thank you.
Like 90% of the time. I don't want to say all the time, but I'll say 90%.
I just want to say that's the most beautiful thing you've ever said to me. This really solidifies our friendship. Thank you.
You're welcome. Like I was thinking about that, like because I was like, I really don't know. I also think that like, especially when single guys get into their like late 40s and they have never been married, they get kind of strange. So like I only want to set up my friends with someone who I feel like is like gonna be good for them, but like I don't know those people. How would I know those people?
Yeah. And like for me, like I wouldn't even be able to like think far enough to like meet someone and be like, oh, he's good for this other person, because I'd be too busy like meeting that person. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't in my head think, oh, that person goes with that person. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I guess it's just me. I mean, I know people do that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I also feel like I used to meet a lot of people and now I feel like I don't meet anyone. So if I met someone, I would be just like, wow, a new person in my life.
Yeah, like that's exactly what I'm thinking, because I haven't had a conversation with a new person except for like a receptionist at the dentist. You know what I mean? Like I haven't been like, hi, I'm Becky. This is going to be a social interaction with a new person. No, never.
Right. Yeah. So I can't imagine like having a conversation with a new person and being like, you know what? You should date Becky. Like I would just
Yeah.
be like, I feel so awkward because my social skills have declined so much in pandemic that I'm really struggling to not be completely weird with you.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't, it would have to be like days later where I'm like, you know what? Becky should date this person.
Sure. But I also think like there are people I know who have asked friends, do you know anyone single? And then that like is like, okay, you're giving that person permission to like consider this person for you or that person for you. Like that, yes, 100%. But to have like I just like find it like, I just get in my head of like, okay, why do you think that person is good for me? Like, why? And then it's like, then what do you think about me? And then I just like get in my head and can't compute.
No, I
have a
totally
date.
get that. I understand that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like, so I have set people up before, but it's not been by actually knowing people. Like I'm good at messaging other people online for people.
Oh my God, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool, because you're just like online behind a computer.
Yeah,
There's a distance.
my friend got married and I messaged her husband as her. And now they are married.
Wait, so you catfish the husband as her?
Yeah. Yeah. She always tells the story. It's very funny because on their first date, I guess I had mentioned something. They went to this place in Burbank called Tony's Darts Away.
Oh yeah, I know that. Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned something about them playing backgammon and how he could teach me backgammon. And she didn't read all the messages that I was sending between him. And he showed up with backgammon and she was like, whatever. I don't know why you brought this. And then he was really confused.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of like follow through with what I'm saying, but I'll message people on your behalf.
Thank you. Have you, before your fiance, ever been set up in like a similar way where someone's like, oh, I'm going to match you?
No, nobody
someone?
set me up. I just like dated a lot. I dated like all the comedy community.
Oh man. But good for you. It's like
Back in the day.
We all had our moments.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
I just dated a lot. So I feel like nobody felt like they needed to set me up. They're like, oh, you know what? Well, my boyfriend before my fiance, Brad, was kind of set up for me by my old roommate. And we ended up dating. So I was set up.
Right. But it's like, yeah, I just feel like maybe sometimes I think setting up as like literal yenta or whatever, being like, I know a good boy for you and I know it, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's not what it is. It's like very.
I just wish I knew anybody like who was a good person for someone else, but I really don't.
Yeah. Oh my God. Same. I would, yeah, it's never crossed my mind. I have never interacted with anyone and was like, would ever think that person is good for that person. I would think, oh my God, do I have anything in my teeth?
I could also be like, so I ran this dating workshop with this other comedian named Rebecca Lee, and we did have a party and people did go home together. I don't think any relationships were started. So I feel like I could get you laid and maybe like message people for you online, but to pretend to know what kind of guy you're into, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, of course. Like getting laid, I think, is like so different than like, oh, I am going to help you form a relationship.
Oh my God. So hard. It's such a crapshoot.
It really, really is. My writing partner, when we were, doing a really efficient job writing, every Friday she would go on my OkCupid and just message people for me when I was on it. And one time, like, we were looking at someone's profile and someone just wrote like something interesting about me, like I don't like salad dressing. And so she wrote from me, what is your favorite dry salad? But for some reason, like my like there was some reason where like on OkCupid it sent that message like 100 times. So like there were all these questions of like, what is your favorite dry salad? What is your favorite dry salad? Like 100 times. Like there was some sort of glitch. And then I was just like, oh my God. And then like later I messaged and I'd be like, I'm so sorry. I'm not a stalker. There's like this like some glitch. I don't know. And then just nothing. I got nothing.
That is amazing. I did meet my fiance on OkCupid. And I messaged him. Well, this is like also our famous story, and that he had like put a lot of like effort into his profile, and I didn't read it.
Right.
I just thought he was very handsome. So I was like, hey, what's up? I probably didn't say, hey, what's up? Because I wasn't because that's the worst thing to message anybody. But
right. Yeah. But you had like an adorable message that, was intriguing.
I think so. I remember because I asked him like something about his beard, like, are you best friends with your beard? Which is weird because
that's
weird.
Amazing.
And he said it's literally attached to my face. I remember nothing about the rest of our conversation.
That is very cute and compatible. If you can joke together, of course you're gonna spend the rest of your lives together. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's been going well, but a better meet cute than him assaulting me for now.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Not that he has. This like came out. He's wonderful.
So. No, I'm sure. Again, this is like such a. It's so tricky because like there are some things that people find erotic that are part of like someone's like kink, their fetish, that like shouldn't be judged, even though to an outside eye be like, oh my God. But then at the same time there's real life, and it's like it's still so tricky, in terms of getting people to understand,
Totally. And I'm so fixated on it, like I can't let it go. Like even though, yeah, you're totally right. Like, I don't want to kink shame anyone. If they're really into that, that's totally cool. In real life, not cool. Never fucking do that. But yeah, it's very interesting. Like, I know there's all this like incest porn and it like, you know, or incest erotica and porn, I guess. But like, I don't think those people actually want to sleep with their parents. They just have that kink.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, I totally hear, even though like if someone would do that in real life, it's like, well, holy shit, that's insane. But like I feel like the amount of kinks people have, like, you know how like there's all these like, you know, kink phrases of like you're into BDSM or you're into this XYZ aphilia. I think that there like are so many that don't even have like names yet. You know what I mean? Like this aphilia and that aphilia, and it's like, oh, we shouldn't we shouldn't judge these people, but there's also a part of me that like I love disclaimers like in any of this, and like I am a sensitive woman. I don't think I can't get enough trigger warnings. And so like I feel like if you are exploring and like picking up a book and you don't necessarily know about like BDSM or like whatever, like having some sort of trigger or just like something that's like, this book is about a specific fetish, like in no way do we like, if like, you know, promote this kind of like criminal behavior. This is a fetish. And I just think like that could just like bridge this divide of like understanding what turns people on versus knowing right from wrong.
Yeah, it's so complicated. And I think we're so attuned to that stuff right now too, which is good. But yeah, if they had like a trigger warning or something, that would have been cool. Yeah, I don't like reading a lot of stuff about rape either. So that like was hard in the beginning of the book, where this woman is just like raped within the first like the first 30 pages or so.
Oh yeah, definitely in the way beginning to like it was like kind of this way to show how fucked up these captors are, you know, and why they need to like leave. Yeah.
I did think, I was like, whoa, I wasn't ready for the human trafficking element of this. It always goes
neither.
Back to human trafficking.
It really does. I wasn't expecting that either when I first read it. And I also, like, this is in no way the same level of terribleness. But I also wasn't expecting the same amount of, like, poop talk in it as well. Because, like, they talk about having, like, a poo bucket in the thing. And they use it to, like, defend themselves, and then she gets it all over her. I was like, you know, whatever, there are things that gross me out that other people are okay with, like that. I just like, for some reason that feeling stuck with me, you know, and like I don't know what it was, but that I think about that as well. Like,
well, she didn't get to like bathe for a while.
Yeah. And he's like going down on her when she's like covered in all sorts of different grime, human or otherwise. But he doesn't care because he loves her so much. He loves her.
He loves that pussy.
He loves that pussy. He is so devoted. So devoted. Okay, I have a question for you. So this is like a would you rather, and I realize this question is like more along the lines of what's your favorite romantic genre. But okay, you have a choice of spending the rest of your life with the following. Would you rather be with an Ice Planet Barbarian, something that's like supernatural but on Earth, like a vampire, werewolf, any supernatural creature, or time travel to the past where women don't have any autonomy, but there's a super hot duke there? What love-based situation would you prefer?
I think that's pretty easy for me. I'm gonna definitely go with a vampire or werewolf.
Ooh.
I get to live now. I loved True Blood. I love a vampire. I love a werewolf. I love a witch. I'm into a supernatural being. I don't want a ghost. Not into ghost sex. It's not for me.
That's weird. Yeah.
And I still get to be on this planet. My only thing is like I like books where vampires get to be around during the day because I'm really not going to do well being up all night.
I agree. It can like mess with your like kind of brain a little bit. Like I hate being groggy, and it's like I don't
Yeah,
want
I
anything ruining my circadian rhythm.
totally. So, I'm reading A Discovery of Witches right now. Have you
Oh
read that?
yeah, I've heard amazing things about it.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And the main character is getting together with a vampire, but he's alive during or awake during the day. So like that's my dream scenario, or a werewolf that can be around during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I would miss all the people on the earth. I'm not super into like I watched Bridgerton, but I'm not really into the Regency era stuff. It's
Right.
not for
Mm-hmm.
me.
Yeah.
But I understand it. But I want rights and being able to vote.
Agreed. Like I loved Bridgerton as well. It was fluff, pure fluff. I like Regency era. I mean, I do like reading them, like, but it's not something that I like kind of go towards unless the premise is really like really intrigues me and someone's like, oh, this is you know what I mean, like this,
Yeah.
like you have to read this book, it's very like feminist and there's like a lot, there's, it's not just like too carbon copy-ish. um what was I saying? But so yeah, I'm with you on that. But I did like Bridgerton, I just want to say loved it.
Where would you go? Would you be with an alien? Would you be in the Regency era? There's an area just for the Regency.
Yeah, I would go to that area. Now that sounds nice because then I can leave and eat a sandwich. Like, you know what I mean?
Great.
Like did you ever read or watch Outlander?
Oh yeah, I watched it until there was too much rape, and then I had to take a break.
Same here. It was too much, and I had to turn it off. But whenever I watch it, I'm like, why does she stay? Like, again, because it is so, because of like the rape and the way women are treated. And it's like, I wouldn't stay. Like, I'd go back. Like, Jamie, you're great, but like, I love me more. That's a Samantha Jones line from Sex and the City, but I'm right.
No, totally. I mean, oh man, it would be so hard. Like, I mean, I guess she's equipped because she's a doctor, but I feel like I would be so fucked. Like, I'd get one infection and I'd be dead.
Yeah.
So I'm not interested.
Same. Yeah.
And then you would have so many children because there's no birth control. So you're just popping them out.
Mm-hmm. And it seems painful because I doubt there's like whatever epidurals. What's that? Where it's like,
there's
whatever.
none of that. Yeah,
None of that.
It's not great.
No, not great at all. So to answer your question, or to answer my question for you, a part of me is leaning towards going to an ice planet and being with an ice planet barbarian if I can easily travel back to Earth to like visit my family and if they can come visit me and have fun,
I think that would be great. Like you can have it's like a summer house or a winter house.
Exactly. And then he can come with me, meet my family, and it's just like, but I don't mind moving to the ice planet. I just want, very efficient transit back to Earth if I get a part in a commercial or
I mean, there was a spaceship that was there. Like they just have to figure out how to operate that spaceship.
I know. Yeah. And I'm so curious if that's like what's going to happen because there are like 20,000 books. And these books are so popular. Like I feel like everyone is like losing their minds over these books. So many people love Ace Planet Barbarians. So I'm very excited to see where it goes.
That I would keep reading it, and that makes sense because Georgie's like a fun heroine. She could get those ships up and running.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be really hard also. Like, I think it would be great to be with someone who is like an ice barbarian, but it would also be like, what would we have to talk about besides like mating?
Right. I see your point because it is just like, you don't have TV. I like talking about TV.
They don't even have books. Like you can't even be like, so do you know Charles Dickens? Like, do you know like I don't know, because I'm saying that because it's like 200 years old. Do you know like, not that I'm like know every classic, but I would be like, at least if you're going in the I don't know, like vampires are usually pretty well read and they know these kinds of things.
Absolutely. Yeah. What do you have to say? Because you know how like vampires live for a very long time, but as mortals, we are mortal. How do you feel about like that sort of discrepancy? Like, would you want to become a vampire?
Oh, that's a really hard question. I think it would depend. I think being alive forever would be complicated.
Oh, sure.
And probably not that fun because you'd just be watching people die constantly. So, but then you would never have to experience death. So that's kind of cool.
And you would have your one true love by your side. And I'm sure you'd have vampire friends. I mean, it's terrible. Like, I'm not saying anything that, like, being immortal is not terrible. But I hear what you're saying. It does sound like a really painful existence to have to, like...
Yeah,
see the same
it would
thing
be
again and
rough.
again.
I think you'd also get sick of that person. Maybe you wouldn't get sick of them. I don't know. It'd have to be, I mean, if I'm living forever, I'm going to be, I guess, polyamorous. So we can.
Oh, yeah. You're going to run out of things to do.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, we got to switch it up. But that is not my current reality. So I haven't.
Oh, good.
Not living forever. Knock on wood. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I think there would be something kind of awful about it.
I hear you. Yeah, I definitely, like, there's a part of me, I mean, I have, like, this fear of death, like, I think most people do. And I think, like, ideally, I'd be like, yeah, I want to be a vampire. I never want to die. But then just the day-to-day existence of just, like, meeting someone and having them leave you and you have to move on. And then it happening again, and then there's that heartbreak. Even just like a friend or whatever. Like, yeah, that can be a sad existence.
Yeah, it would be complicated. It would be like Benjamin Button. We'd like meet in the middle, and then the vampire would go off on his way, and I'd go off on my way.
Yeah, yeah. So you would want like a short-lived...
A vampire affair.
Ooh.
That's the name of my book.
You need to write that, dude. A vampire affair. And it's just an affair. It's not like a romance. It's just like a hot affair.
Yes.
They both go their separate ways. Even though they don't end up together, they end up better people in the end.
Yes,
I read that.
They learn a lot about each other and themselves. And they're the most important. Just like Samantha Jones and you, Becky.
Exactly. I'm the most important. Well, I want to ask you if you have any final thoughts on the book, and I want a rating from you. But what are your final thoughts first?
Okay.
Or if there's anything else you want to share, obviously.
At the very end, I guess she was an archer, or someone was an archer. And then my last note, that I personally don't like worms, and the parasites were kind of worms. And I wrote a note that just said, why are there always worms in space?
Interesting. This isn't the first worm you've encountered.
No. And so I read this book, which I highly recommend. It's like a good before bed book, called Sex in the Sea. And it's about how different animals in the ocean procreate. And there's a lot of different, but a lot of it reminds me of what they do in space. Like, I feel like a lot of times they translate the ocean to space, because there's a lot of worms and tiny organisms in the ocean.
Yeah.
So I think it translates, but I hate worms. I used to work, I worked at Tree People, and I would plant trees, and you encounter worms, and I fucking hated it. I know they're super good for the environment. I let them live their life. I just don't like I don't like slugs. I don't like snails. I don't like the gooey movement. Blah.
Yeah. So I have a huge aversion to snakes because I don't like things without arms and legs. And I know that's terrible. That's terrible. on my behalf, I'm sorry to everyone out there. I just don't like slithering. Slithering just makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I get that. It's funny. I don't mind it with snakes as much as I do with like slimy, like it's the same kind of thing though. It's very slimy and I'm just like, no, thank you. So I hope that's the only thing, like they put that QE in her neck and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was pretty grotesque, but like, did they describe, or did I just think that the QE were like magical golden worms and it was like fine? Because that's what I pictured. Like, it's not like a worm we've ever seen. It's like putting a beautiful necklace in your neck or something.
I think you're totally right. I just immediately was like, I don't know if I would do this anymore. Maybe I'll die.
Yeah. Because if it was like a disgusting worm, I'd be like, I don't know if I can do this. But if it was just like this beautiful, like celestial bug or whatever, sure, throw it in.
Yeah.
Fine, sure.
That was my one thought that I was like really upset about. I was like, there's always like weird worm shit in space.
Yeah. There needs to be different kinds of parasites in space now. I think, we really need to mix it up.
Yes.
It could be an organism we've never heard of, like some weird Mars amoeba or whatever, mix it up.
I've been reading a lot of Octavia Butler, and I never read her before and I love her, and she has a lot of like really weird creatures, but they're fully like new creatures.
Yeah,
they aren't worms.
That's pretty cool. I think it's so creative to like try to come up with things that are just like not based on anything, you know what I mean?
Yes, she is a master at it, and I don't know how she does it. It's so impressive.
Yeah. Okay, well, now for your rating. Okay, you can rate it. 1 is the worst, 10 is the best. But like, do you give it 1 QE out of 10 QEs or 10 QEs? Like it's like, do you give it 1 QE or 10 QEs up in the, you know what I mean?
I'm going to give it 7 QEs. It would have been 8 to 9 without the assault and rape.
Yes, I agree. I would have given it 10 QEs, but I took a few away and gave it an 8.5. I have a feeling the second book, I have a feeling the other books might be like better and just like a lot more fun. I have this feeling, so I'm going to keep reading them.
You've inspired me. I will probably keep reading too, because that sounds fun and less assaulty.
Yes, I agree. And listen, always welcome back if you want to discuss where Ruby Dixon takes us.
Perfect. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. I'm so glad you got to read something sexy. Yay! Too Stupid to Live is part of the Frolic Podcast Network. For more podcasts you'll love, visit frolic.media/podcasts. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of your day.
This episode is brought to you by FX's Alien Earth, the official podcast. Each week, host Adam Rogers is joined by guests, including the show's creator, cast, and crew, in this exclusive companion podcast. They will explore story elements, deep dive into character motivations, and offer an episode-by-episode behind-the-scenes breakdown of each terrifying chapter in this new series. Search FX's Alien Earth wherever you listen to podcasts.